There's a rise of baby mamas. I remember one time I was doing a video with my friend. It was a long time. I posted it and I was talking to her and I was telling her how I prioritize in a relationship. I prioritize respect over love. Because to me, I feel like a lot of women get carried away with, oh my gosh, I love you so much. You're the woman of my dreams. And they get carried away with those kind of things. And then it kind of saps out their common sense. It's very important that women hear this. This video is for you if you're unsure of what like a relationship should be about. The problem with relationships in 2025, like there are so much. I'm just going to talk about a few of them, especially the ones that I see on social media, in my corner, around me, and what I hear like people talk about. The first thing I think that is a problem in 2025. Why do women feel like there's a template for successful relationships? I always see this thing on social media, especially during Valentine's or when somebody just got proposed to, or when it's like a girl's birthday and then she posts like a hotel room with flowers and ducks, swans with napkins and towels. And then like gifts, says Hermes things on the bed and everything. And then you see women saying, oh my gosh, you can't teach this. This is just romantic. This is just perfect. Let this love attack me. That's the funniest one. Like, you people honestly believe that because a man does that, he loves you. I'm not saying, wait, because I'm materialistic as well and I love all those nice things. I'm not saying that a man that loves you will not be doing all those things because he's such an odogu. He will just be making things happen. His own is actions and, oh, I don't believe in romance. All those men that say I don't believe in romance, run, no. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm just saying that because a man does that, that's not a template for a successful, like that's not, a lot of people are lusting and gushing over people on the internet because they're always posting that, oh, they love each other so much, you're always going on trips together. Like that's not a template. That's not your yardstick for how to measure what a relationship is supposed to be like. I feel like we are smart enough to know that relationships are more nuanced and have more context than that. So you will see things like that on social media and then just think that, what a perfect relationship. I wish I was like this. God, when? God, am I a toothpick? God, why don't you answer my prayer? Like, and then when they get into a relationship, when those girls get into a relationship and their men are not doing those things, they're like, he doesn't love me. They're like, oh, I saw on social media that whenever this guy is taking his girl on a date, he sends her a car, he sends her dresses. Like all those things are really nice, but it is almost like, can't you guys apply context to your own relationship? Like there are a lot of things that matter in your relationship as well that might not lead to those kind of things happening. Now, every woman deserves special treatment and they deserve to be pampered by whoever they are dating, their partners. And I think that maybe you are confusing that with, oh, he has to give me red roses every day. Sometimes women don't even like those flowers. They don't even like those setups, but they want to be able to Instagram it. There's some things that I personally don't like. And then if my husband does it, I'll feel like he probably just got that idea from social media, right? But he's not going to do that because he's going to do things that I like personally. And it's almost like you're getting your personality from social media because Bella Hadid did this, because Hailey Bieber did that. So that means that's how your mom was proposed to you. You guys, come on, be serious. Just be sensible. There's some things that's a problem in 2025. Another reason I think that is a problem in 2025 regarding relationships is that I feel like women think that they don't need to work on themselves. I don't know where the narrative has come from. Right? I don't know where the narrative has come from that women don't need to work on themselves, we're perfect, we're the salt of the earth. Like, all of that is true. Like, honestly, all of that is true. But like, if you want a certain kind of life, whether you're a man, you're a goat, you're a rat, you have to work for it. Like, you have to, like, it just doesn't happen. People that have their lives so beautiful, so perfect, it didn't just stumble on them. Yeah, majority of people that are wealthy, maybe their wealth was passed down from like their parents and somebody in their lineage worked for it, right? So I always believe that if you want a certain kind of life, you actually have to work for it. A lot of people are jealous of people that have perfect relationships, that have perfect lives. So they don't know the kind of work that went into it. And so me, I feel like, I'm not going to say the men now, because obviously men need to work on themselves too if they want to be in a relationship. But because I'm talking to the women have this notion like they're just perfect. They don't need to work on themselves. Like, you need education, you need to read, you need that. It's very important that when you're speaking, when you're having a conversation, people know that this person is very sensible, this person is intelligent, right? Like, there's sometimes you'll be having a conversation with a girl and you just be surprised, like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, how baseless is your argument? How stupid? What is wrong with your logic? Do you understand? There's some things that are objectively false. And then you just see some women opening their mouth to say it. So, like, it actually grates it makes me so upset. So, first of all, like, if you're in 2025, like a modern day woman, and you think that you should not work on yourself, like, you should not, like, you should work on yourself. Women should work on themselves. Don't think that, okay, because I'm just a fine babe, that's all I need to be. That's dumb. That is dumb. There's nothing I disregard than unintelligent people, especially unintelligent people that go out of their way to be unintelligent. Because everything right now is, we're living in an open source world. Everything is available for you. There's lots of things on the internet for you to learn about. There is, like, pick up a hobby, be interesting. Like, I think it's my lifelong goal to always be interesting. I want to be an interesting person. And I'm not, like, people that know that I don't like to be like the center of attraction. When I enter a room, I don't want people to just turn their head and be looking at, I hate it. I actually hate being in the spotlight. But if there is rise for me to talk, like, I'm currently doing my MBA right now, and sometimes one of the culture shocks, I think I'll discuss that, from like when I moved from my home country to being in North America, is that for whatever reason, professors kind of always want to hear your opinions. They always want to hear from you, like, oh, I just discussed this, what do you think? And so me, I'm not used to like always talking in class, right? But I've started talking in class, and I don't just go out of my way every time they ask a question to just answer the questions, even if I know them. But like, if I'm seeing that the professor like really wants you to speak, or like he wants the class to be engaging, or he's looking for somebody to like just gel with him, and I make an assumption or like I answer a question, I try as much as possible to make the answer very, very coherent. I want to be impactful. Like, it's very important to me that I'm intelligent and interesting. Like, it is very important to me. And I'm not one of those like annoying people that always want to be like, I have something to say. No. So like in 2025, I feel like women need to be intelligent. Women need to be interesting. Continue to go after being resourceful, being the top of your class, being at the top of your game. That is very important. And don't let society pressure you that, oh, women are supposed to be small, diminished, looked down on. Continue to go after that. Like, it's very important. Like, I don't understand how women will say, oh, they want to be in a relationship, but then they have nothing to themselves. Like, they are really quite uninteresting, unintelligent, boring. You just look for something that you love. Pursue it with all your might. We're not in the age where women are relegated to the back house, or I don't care about the rise of conservatism right now. But like, there's a space for you. Occupy that space. A lot of women don't think that this is important. So when they go into a relationship, they have no choice but to be kept and quiet and to shut up. They have no choice. One problem that I feel like is a very big issue is that, for whatever reason, maybe it's our social conditioning, maybe it's the way we were brought up, maybe it's the culture that we come from. I feel like women are too desperate to keep up appearances. They're too desperate to want to fit in. They're too desperate for conformity. They don't want to be looked at as, oh, you're an outlier. But kind of have the courage to be disliked. It's because you want to so badly fit in. You want to so badly keep up appearances while you're in that stupid relationship. Because you don't want everybody to be like, oh, Ella doesn't have a husband anymore. Ella doesn't have a boyfriend anymore. So you just be in that relationship. Let him be slapping you every day. Let him be shouting on you every day. Let him be abusing you. Because you just don't want, like, I no longer have a husband. You don't want people to be talking about you like, oh, you no longer have a husband. But you're the one that is suffering. Like, you're so desperate to be like, in fact, I know, and this is a theory that I have. I feel like a lot of people get married because that's what's expected of them. There's some people that are happier alone and are happier single, or are happier doing their own thing. But because society expects that you get married, at age 30, they're already panicking. God, I don't have a boyfriend. They don't want to be seen in that light, and so they'll do anything to keep up appearances. And that's one of the problems that is wrong with relationships in 2025. Like, that is such a major problem. I'll be honest with you guys, there's sometimes that you had this dream that you want to build a home for yourself. Like, since when you were a little girl, all you've thought about is having a husband, having kids, and living the happily ever after story. And also sometimes when you get into relationships, you're already picturing that to happen. And it's not like the man turns out to be abusive, his family hates you, you're not doing well for yourself. It can really mess up your psyche and like your confidence can take a hit. That shouldn't stop you from wanting better. If you're able to clock the fact that this thing is not for me, like, especially, okay, if that helps you, think back to when you painted that vision for yourself. In that vision, was your man shouting on you? Was he angry at you every second? Was he complaining that there's no money for this, there's no money for that? If that relationship doesn't serve you, move on. It's never too late for you to move on, to stop and start again. Like, it's never really too late. Don't be so carried away. Don't be feeling like, oh, you've spent so much on this relationship, you've invested so much, you've come such a long way, everybody already knows you, your family know each other, and then you cannot stop. Pick yourself up and get up and do it again. Look for someone else. Like, it doesn't matter if there's a child involved. Your child will thank you later on. I promise you. If you were a child, you would have wanted your mom to make better decisions. There's been this debate about women and accountability. I've been arguing about it on Twitter. And see, me, I don't know where to stand on that debate, because on one end, I feel like women need to be a lot more accountable. Like, you can't see someone that is clearly an abuser, that is clearly an idiot, and then go ahead and be equally yoked with that person. Women always feel like they are so different that they can make things happen and like they make things change. You know that this man has been cheating on all his exes, all his relationships. Yeah, he has been cheating in all relationships. But you think that because you are so sexy, you are so beautiful, you are so intelligent, you're going to change him. So on one end, I really agree with the feminists that are saying women need to be a lot more accountable and pick and choose better men. But on the other end, I feel like, yes, we should apply our compassion to victims of abuse, because it's psychological. It's no longer like they're using their brain. They're no longer dead. They're no longer using their brains. But one of the ways that can stop this abuse from even happening in the first place is by clocking that this thing is wrong and moving out, and not, I've already done some costs, or I've already spent a lot, I've already invested a lot in this relationship, so let me just go ahead and see where it ends, and maybe he'll change. No, don't try to put your mind on potential that he probably will change. No, you move on. Move on. Another issue that people need to understand, there's a rise of baby mamas. I don't have a problem with women that are individualistic and they don't need the men. They just don't want to be married. Like, I understand that. But there's some people that actually want to get married, but they think that their way to getting that ring is first trapping him with a baby. See, there's countless debates on social media about this. There's on TikTok, it's on Twitter, it's real life. Like, why are you guys having babies for people that you don't want to be partnered with? Like, especially because it's not as if you want to be a single mother. Like, that's not your dream. Because there are people that want to be single mothers, like they don't want the man, they just need a sperm, and they probably want to have a relationship, but they just don't want to be married. They don't like labels. I get that, but there's some people that actually want to be married. They want to be with this man forever. They want him to want them back too. But your relationship is already shaky. It doesn't make any sense. So in your own head, you think having a baby for him will make sense. Okay, you know what? I don't even have anything to say about that. I don't care, do you? So these are things that I feel like women need to be very more like aware of. You need to be aware of, because relationships are changing, dynamics are changing, and you cannot be an idiot in 2025. You have to stand up and, God, you need to win. It's no longer jokes. This is the Hunger Games. You need to win. Thank you guys for watching I'll see you in my next video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel to see my face again and hear my thoughts on different social issues. Bye.